It's Talk It Out Tuesday with licensed professional counselor Yunetta Spring.
All right, y'all, Rickey the Morning Show is Talking Out Tuesday. I'm so excited, y'all. Please help me welcome licensed professional counselor Yunetta Spring. Yunetta, good morning.
Hey. Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning?
Man, we are blessed and highly favored. Happy to have you this morning.
I'm happy to be here, as always. Happy to be here. So, yeah, we're wrapping up this month. We've been talking about love all month and, you know, the importance of self-love. We've talked about the intersections between grief and love. So today I just want to wrap up this love topic today. I think we're loved out, but yeah, I just want to wrap that up. So this week I'm in Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina this week, and I'm working a EMDR basic training.
Awesome.
So, you know, I love those trainings. I get an opportunity to work with a lot of therapists and really helping them learn how to integrate EMDR. And for those who don't know what EMDR is, we've talked about it a few times, but it's the eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing therapy, and it's just a specialized treatment approach to help people heal. It's very effective, research supports it, and we've had a really good time, you know, learning this. But one thing I noticed as I'm working these trainings and working with different therapists, which I find fascinating, is that humans across all spaces, we all just want to know that we're good, right? We all want to know that we are enough, that we're doing enough, that we're capable. So even at this level as a therapist that had years of training, sometimes they question their ability, you know, and their capability to be able to meet their clients where they are, to be able to help and support and hold space for them, you know, through their trauma. So, you know, today I just want to talk about why it's so important for us to love ourselves, for who we are, for where we are, for us to be able to give ourselves grace. You know, we tend to have this tendency and this notion that, like, I need to be somewhere else. I need to be doing more. I need to be doing something different. And a big part of EMDR that I love is, you know, when we get into like the adaptive and the positive parts of this protocol, we look at finding the positive things about you that exist right now. Right. If you don't do another thing, if you don't learn another thing, if you don't have another thing, what do you have right now that's good, that's positive, and that's adaptive? And I think there's good in all of us, no matter where we are, what we have experienced. So, you know, one thing I want to talk to everybody about today and just invite them today is just find something that you really love about yourself, something that you think is good about you, and really focus on that, because I think we all have some goodness in us.
You know, Councilman, I was having a conversation with my niece, college graduate doing good and just real hard on herself. I'm like, man, you sitting up here, you done graduated from a historically HBCU, and you doing well for yourself, no kids and stuff, and you driving good, and you got all these degrees and stuff. I said, you don't have to be in a rush. You don't have to meet nobody's standard. You know, if anybody, you know, and gonna have anything to say, it's gonna be me, and I don't have anything to say because I'm actually proud of you. I said, take your time and feel around and figure out what direction you want to go. It's no rush. We're not on nobody's time but yours. We're on your time. And I said, enjoy yourself and take that pressure off yourself and enjoy life and float around until you feel like you found a nice spot to land, you know. And so, you know, and I had to reassure her that I'm actually proud of you, proud of your accomplishments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that's part of the reason why a lot of people struggle with seeing themselves as good or feeling like they're enough, is because we do all of these external things to validate our goodness. And that's great, you know, that, you know, she's accomplished and she's finished college and doing well and super, you know, you could tell her you're proud of her and she could feel proud of herself. But when we are looking at goodness, we want to know, like, you know, sometimes after achieving all of these external things, how does my goodness exist regardless of what I have or what I do or what have I accomplished? You know what I mean? So sometimes after you've accomplished all these things, it's like, okay, what's next? Right. And I think we being able to, like, look from an internal perspective is really helpful when you're trying to identify what you're, you know, identify that goodness. So I think that was really great advice and encouragement, you know, that you gave her, and hopefully she can, you know, take that in. So I want everybody, including, you know, the morning show and y'all, to really think about something that you love about yourself, something that makes you really proud. You know, write it down. Put it somewhere where you can see it. Listeners, write it down. Tag me in it. I want to see it. Y'all need to put that where you can see it every day. Because knowing we have space, you know, where we can improve and grow, but we can also be good enough right now. Those two things can coexist.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for coming on this morning. Of course, this Talk It Out Tuesday segment is not meant to take the place of actually going to therapy. But listen, it's a start, and you can always get more information on Yunetta's website, groundbreakerstherapy.com. That's groundbreakerstherapy.com, or on Instagram at groundbreakerstherapy. All right, y'all give it up for Yunetta Spring. Hey, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you next Tuesday.